most continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau.
Torrey Horton now to return it. Sheds off the tackle.
And he's going to get this across.
The 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Darnold looking to start with a pass. He finds Smith and Jigba.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Seahawks, first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Off the play action, Darnold. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down.
16 yards. That's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 60
Here's Darnold.
And the Seahawks first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
Darnold now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
15 yards. That's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 15.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10. At the Packers' 23-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars if this ball was overthrown.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
And out across midfield, down to the 45. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. The defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Come on, set.
Wilson with a first down carry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10.
Let's go now.
To throw now. Here's Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, blue strikers. Here we go. Hut.
Here's Love. And he's got it. It's caught for the Packers. Touchdown. Christian Watson, 29 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Well, now how about this return? Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look at repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
3rd and 3. From the 50, it's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
First down at the 45-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th, now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The connection with his running back, Josh Jacobs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
First
Ready,
and
set.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Red, cycle. Set. 10 black, slide blue. Black, drill green. Hut, hut.
Love now. That is incomplete.
They certainly thought they had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Let's go. Red, yellow. Red.
Throwing. Love. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
26-yard line.
Now Love. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Reed. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jaden Reed, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Now McManus for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
First and 10 at the
Back to throw,
36-yard
Darnold.
line.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Darnold's pass intercepted. The Packers take over first and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Let's go now. Hut.
Following the interception, Love. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden from 17 yards out. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, here comes Horton. Powering his way forward. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Now it's Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
And here we go on fourth. Darnold. That is caught on the move past the 40. And down to the 16-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now a second and 10. Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Packers are going to give it back here just past the 35.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, to end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go. Set. Go. Yes. Snap. Red. Cycle. Ready.
Final play of the half. Love. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Jason Myers kicking off for Seattle.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Okay.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Go. Hey. Hut.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on fourth down.
Down.
They're going to try and throw. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Let's go. Ready.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And some space here. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ready. Set.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again.
Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
It's set.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Third and less than a yard.
They'll try and run here with Brooks. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Packers. Christopher Brooks, 40 yards. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but takes him all the way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
On the return, here comes Horton. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because they don't get some kind of points here. That next drive, that can make this a free possession game.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. The Shaheed going to go in motion. To throw is Darnold. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now, quick throw there is incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, it's not time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Darnold. Look in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle. made at the Packers 23. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Seahawks.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Cooper Kupp from 21 yards away. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coach is screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
You couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 10.
Set. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. Down the left sideline. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one
Here
up.
we go. Set.
Lloyd will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14.
Packers 35, Seahawks 21. Brendan McManus to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And just shutting him off there. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Darnold now to throw. That's down. big strides. Look at him go. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Elijah Arroyo, 64 yards. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They're going to throw for the two with Darnold. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
A give. This is Wilson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
13 yards, first down, Packers.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Come on, set. Hut, hut.
Love from the gun. The pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
50 Fury. Needle blue. Ready.
To throw now. Here's Love. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth-quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Packers are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. And right away, he'll look to throw. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Love looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position. And obviously, a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and blow up 2 scores. If they score a touchdown, great. But that's not what you're really playing for.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Set, ready. 52 blue.
Try to take this home. They'll run. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A 25-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now Darnold. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the
On the set.
49-yard
Right,
line.
97. Ready, ready.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
A tackle made by Julian Love. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
41. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
And got his man, complete. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on ESPN. EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, hit before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button and let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Front the back, they yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the brick. Talk about, now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I copy chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're off from Arrowhead. Return starts from the goal line. He's brought down just inside the 25.
Return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Play fake. Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. sends him backwards ahead of third down. Third and long for him here. Oh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's fourth down. And flipping through, Brock, that certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
They'll try to throw. It's Darnold. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Defense hasn't really found its backbone yet, but maybe just a little sliver of light between the clouds here as they bring up third down.
Yeah, you're not going to likely keep points off the board, but if you can come through with one more stop and limit it to a field goal, yeah, that's at least something to build from.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them. Yep. The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. Now Darnold, 4th down. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on down.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Mahomes getting throw on this first play. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play action, Mahomes. Throws a bullet down the left sideline. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35. A 1st down carry for Pacheco. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line. His defense all over this one.
It's a loss of a yard.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
On the Seahawks' 23-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. It's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Offense up to the line fast.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. He finds Worthy, complete. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
a 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back to Pierce. And he will find the end zone this time. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Return starts from the goal line. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the gun, Darnold. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They gain 11 on that play, and that gives the Seahawks the first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Elijah Arroyo, the target on that throw. And it sets up 2nd down. To throw, here's Darnold. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
It's 2nd down.
Here's Darnold to throw. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
This is Kupp. That's Kupp. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. Pick up there at 39 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Seahawks can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. And this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Okay, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
It's Brashard Smith now with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes taking a shot deep here. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
That's caught. It's Kelsey again. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Short pass brought in. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a second quarter lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Butker to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7.
14. Seahawks 7. Harrison Butker.
Butker on now to kick this one away. He's going to field this at the 2. He's got a lane up past the 30. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Touchdown! He takes the kick all the way back for 6. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Out left, Worthy makes the grab. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's a Chiefs first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Attack, attack! Line, attack!
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from Arrowhead on the other side. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Fight on these two, fight on these two.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Chased out to his right. He's running with it. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Yellow!
They'll throw 3rd and long. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone to the line.
Brings up 4th down.
Yellow! Hey, 57, 57!
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock, instead just a turnover on downs. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Forced out to his right. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
Caught, nice gain left side. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Going on 1st. Here's Darnold. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith and Jigba. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
A gain of 26 yards.
In the red zone on 1st. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he'll go down here at the 16. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. And again, it's Darnold. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try to field goal right now. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Running back sent in motion left. Here's Darnold. Dumps it off to his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take the lead just before halftime. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here comes the final play of our first half. He's back to throw. On the move, headed right. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Myers.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Offense to the line. Again, trips right to start out. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Ernest Jones with the pick. And the Seahawks get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Oh, there he was. A step away from making the post-game highlights you see on the news from going viral. Couldn't quite get there. Now they need to punch this one in to convert the interception into points.
It sure wasn't for lack of effort, though, and nobody in this stadium wanted to touch the pay dirt more than that return.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks push their lead further to start the half. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. First down now. Ball at the 33.
Yellow.
Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. First down throw, Mahomes. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Mahomes on first and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far. He goes to the hurry up here.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Another throw from Mahomes. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
Yellow. All right, Eddie.
To the air on third and long. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's fourth down.
A 4-yard loss. It's fourth down.
Again, Mahomes to throw. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
First and 10, Darnold. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On second and 10 now, Darnold. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
All plays on the table here for third and 3. From the gun, Darnold. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And their fourth sack of the game, Brock, brings up fourth down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception.
Darnold's pass. Intercepted. It's a turnover on downs.
First down from the 42. Strike downfield to Kelsey. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. Give him 25 on that play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
A second down run by Pacheco. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Play fake, Darnold. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They've got first down here from the 36. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. It's picked up by Trent McDuffie. And the Chiefs are stopped on the return and now have it at the opposing 45.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. First and 10. Pierce up the middle. His charge towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. Working quickly here.
41. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Here's a toss to Pacheco. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
Back at the 45-yard line.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Third down, and they need to get 10.
Yellow.
Here he goes, third and long. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he's taken down at the 30. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be second and 8.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. Travis Kelsey, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Returnable from the 2. He's got a lane up past the 30. And that'll put him up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the fourth quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that third phase is coached and coached and coached. Because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Darnold. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
They'll try to throw. It's Darnold. And this is rejected. The defender knocks the throw away and forces a turnover on downs.
One way or the other, that was going to be a decisive play to break this tie. They thought that they could pick it up, no question about it, and build some momentum down the field. But how about a shout-out to that defense, now setting their offense up in great position.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
It's caught at the 4. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
And he's going to be taken down as this defense shows some backbone. Great stand to get him at the 2. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
No doubt. Butker on now to kick this one away. Return starts from the goal line. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
He throws a bullet to the center of the... That's complete inside the 35-yard line. They rip up a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Going deep here for the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. Throw left side caught by Shaheed. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Seahawks losing by 7. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. And again, it's Darnold. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks cut it to a punch late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Worthy now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Going trips left here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Yellow! Yellow, yellow! Let's go, little lady!
Setting up to pass. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here he is to throw. That's Carr. It's Kelsey again. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. Check down complete to oh, he lost the football. And the Seahawks picked it up. And they're able to add some extra yards onto the turnover too, Brock, as this defense steals away possession.
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them, Kate's going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Darnold now to throw. This is a heater going deep. He's got it deep downfield. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
One after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7.
Chiefs 35. Jason Myers to kick off.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Worthy now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks make the play that should win them this game.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown! So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14.
Chiefs 35. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Worthy now to return it. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
It's undoubtedly the final snap of a decided contest.
Yellow.
One final shot here. Taking a final shot at the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners, as we say so long.